All right, guys, how are you doing? Today is the 23rd of August. I'm going to do a quick breakdown on our top pairs this week and go from there, starting with our gold position, or not position here, gold breakdown. Kind of just waiting for a pullback. We have a nice area of interest here. One, two, three, four, five touches here. On our daily, we're bullish. Weekly's bullish. Overall, we just want to see a 4 hour higher low. Nice little pullback and look for a trend continuation. If we break and continue lower, look to fill some of this imbalance that was left behind previously down here. All right, silver, same thing. We have a couple levels here, waiting for a nice 4 hour higher low. Could come here, could come here, it could come here. Either way, we're going to wait for the pullback, wait for our entry signal, bullish engulfing trend, trade with the trend. All right, let's jump into our forex pairs of the week. Starting on our top pair here, GBP CHF. I'm gonna start on the weekly. You can see weekly is currently bullish, but we have a nice bearish and bearish push here. Get us below our bearish or weekly area of interest. Go down to our daily here. Daily is bearish. We're looking to see a trade to the previous low. Higher low is lower high is incoming here. We're having a nice higher or lower high. Wait for bearish engulfing on the lower time frame. Trade to the downside. Let's go to the 4 hour here. You see bearish. We have a left head, right shoulder. Price is broke, creating a push to the downside. Left head break, right shoulder break. We're having a bearish pullback. And see here we have a 4 hour area of interest right here. Nice rejection zone. Waiting for price just to pull back, give us our entry, and then sell. Right now we have our alarm set below our 4 hour previous low. So if price continues to sell off from here, we will have our notification, wait for our bearish engulfing, wait for the sell. If price continues to push, we will continue to watch and then wait for our sell to the downside. If we break above this weekly area of interest, I will be sitting and kind of just sitting on my hands. But as for the time being, we're waiting for the 4 hour to break to then sell to take out previous lows. Next one is Euro CHF. All right, starting on the weekly here. Weekly is currently bullish. Daily is bearish. See how the same kind of pair here correlating. Daily is bearish. 4 hour is bearish as well. Waiting for the bearish pullback, waiting for a lower high to be created. As you can see, sell. We're creating our lower high right now. There's a chance to become a little bit higher. I'm looking to stay below this weekly area of interest, get our entry signal to the downside on our lower time frames. Wait for the 1 hour to go bearish. You can see higher high, higher low. Wait for price to go bearish. Give us a 15-minute entry signal, a sell to the downside. Looking to target, go back to our daily. Looking to target a previous daily area of interest. You can see, look at this nice structure across the board. There, right here. Beautiful, beautiful structure across the board. So that's where our take profit's going to be. We're also playing a left head break, right shoulder of the daily head and shoulders here. Looking for a sell to the downside. All right. USD, CHF, same thing here. Looking for the sells. Go to your weekly here. We have a nice bearish engulfing candle, left head break, right shoulder. Waiting to see for this weekly to open and give us a little bit of a pullback. I like that we're below our weekly area of interest. Go to our daily here. We have a left head break, right shoulder. This is our 2 leg protocol. It's again left head break. And see we created a new low. Right shoulder broke again. We're having the pullback to then retest our neckline of our area of interest to then have the sell off. Our take profit is this daily area of interest across the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get the point here. There's a ton of this is just a very strong area of interest right here, and this is where we're looking to take our take profit to. All right, so go down to the 4 hour here. You can see we're just waiting for a lower high to be created. We're sell. You can see we're building structure back up to the upside. Just waiting for a shift, head and shoulders again, bearish engulfing, and then to the downside on the lower time frame. So I have my alarm set, waiting for price to pull back at this 4 hour decisional zone here. You have multiple touches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches right there, which would be your decisional, like that. And we're just waiting for price to pull up into our decisional to then sell to the downside. Next one is USD JPY. Go to the weekly here. You have your left head currently creating the right shoulder. Weekly is bearish. We're looking to sell to the previous weekly low. Go to your daily and see same thing as the previous other pairs. Daily is bearish as well. We broke. We're having some sort of pullback. Currently, daily is rejecting this area of interest right here. Multiple touches in here. We have our alarm set. Go to our 4-hour. There's a chance that price does pull back a little bit deeper, coming up a little bit higher around the 159, 250 range, 270 range here to feel more in balance to grab this 4-hour decisional. So I do have an alarm set up here. I also have my alarm set at this 1-hour low to see if we can get a break below this 1-hour area of interest to then see the sell off from there. So I would like to see a deeper pull, maybe another higher or lower high created, and then our 1-hour shift down to our 15-minute engulfing candle here to see the downsides give us another head and shoulders as of right now. If we go on our 15-minute, you can see we have an inverted. We're creating new highs, and go to 1 hour, you can see bullish as well. So there's a good chance that we do continue to the upside, create a new lower high or higher low here, higher high, higher low, so on. And then we wait for the flip to the downside to then take our position, wait for our head and shoulders, break to like protocol, right? Inducement with your BOS, inducement with your BOS, wait for the retest, grab your entry, then sell. All right. Same stuff, same stuff. Just waiting for the pullback. So we have both our zones marked. Wait for the bearish engulfing and then go. All right. Next one here, go to your weekly. Weekly is currently bullish here, but we have a nice bearish rejection. So this one is a little iffy. We do have an inverted head and shoulders, but we failed to create the next high. Okay. So go to your daily here. See if a daily head and shoulders. We are breaking below a daily area of interest. You can see we have multiple touches across the board. Right here, waiting for a 4-hour pullback to fill some of this imbalance, which then gives us, once again, our left head break, right shoulder, look for an entry on the lower time frame on our 4-hour right head, 4-hour right shoulder, wait for what we like to see, our 2-leg protocol, grab our entry, inducement BOS, grab our entry at an area of interest across the board, and target to the downside. All right, go back here, see. Once again, we want to take our entry below this 4-hour decisional. So this is your decisional here. Right there, that's your decisional. Once again, we want to see price pull back into our decisional, create a lower low, flip, bearish engulfing, 2-leg protocol, sell, right? Get your engulfing, BOS, boom. You can enter on this pullback here, or if you want to wait for an extra confirmation, you can enter on this pullback here to the sell to the downside. Very easy. Next one is AUD CHF or AUD CAD. My apologies. All right, starting from our weekly again. Weekly is we're kind of stuck in a consolidation, right? But we're failing to create this low, right? We're failing to break this area of interest. So I want to continue to the upside. We have a nice wick fill here. Previous high, we did have a bearish engulfing candle here, but we are looking to have a bullish push, doji candle reversal, nice bullish close last week. Looking for next bullish push. I don't really am not a huge fan of this overall because of the chop here, but I do like the potential pullback to then fill to the next previous high. Overall, we are bullish currently right now, so I kind of want to stick with that. Daily's bullish, 4-hour is bullish. What we have here is a left head, right? There's your BOS, pull back to create our right shoulder, and then trend continuation, go down to a lower time frame, wait for price to shift, give us a bearish engulfing. Let's go down here. Let's go down to the 1 hour here. Price to pull back, right? retest. We do have some imbalance right here. There's a good target. Overall stops will be below previous low. Give us our bearish engulfing. We have our left head, right shoulder, BOS, right? Two leg inducement, boom. Grab entry on the pullback, push. Terrible drawing. I'll redraw that for you. So price comes back. Let's go here. Start over. Pullback. Boom. Head, break, pullback. Right. This your left BOS. And BOS there, inducement. Break, pull back, right? Right shoulder, break, pull back here. And you can enter on this one here with stops below previous low, or you can wait for the second leg protocol, two-leg protocol, wait for a price to retest the BOS, give us our full two-leg setup, and then have a trend continuation, right? That is just added security. If you want to wait and put that in, you can get in right on that right shoulder, first bearish, bullish engulfing to then buy, or wait for the two leg to then have the bullish engulfing to then buy. All right. Next one is NZDJPY. Okay. Start on the weekly here. Weekly is bullish. We had a bullish close, right? We have a left head, right shoulder. We're looking for a bullish continuation. Go to the daily. Daily is bullish as well. So why don't we play trend continuation here? Go to the 4 hour, wait for the 4 hour pullback, feel some imbalance, right? Go down to the 1 hour. Well, obviously, we have a large target down here, but I don't think we're going to pull that far. Even if we do, we just wait. We just wait. We just wait. If it pulls all the way down here, we literally just wait for our entry signal, right? Left head, right shoulder, BOS, inducement, right shoulder, inducement, BOS, bearish engulfing, grab our entry across the board, trend continuation, stops go below previous low, and you play to previous high. Okay. Beautiful. This could be a 1 to 4 trade. It all just depends on how deep it pulls back overall. Okay. Same setup every single time. It's just a head and shoulders, an inverted head and shoulders. You wait for the two leg price to break. Once again, I'll draw it out here. Price could be pulling around like this, right? Big push. We want to see the bearish engulfing or bearish pullback, the higher high. This is your higher high, right? This is your higher low right there, right? This is your pullback. And this is going to switch everything bearish. So on the inside, this is your higher time pullback. You got to wait for the shift, right? That's your engulfing candle at your area of interest. Okay. That's your left head. And then here's your pullback. There's your entry if you want to play risky, or you wait for the next engulfing candle and then you enter. Okay. You could enter here. You could wait for the pullback and enter here. That's 3 different entries you could take. Either way, if you enter at any point in this, let's say you enter in the middle, stops go below previous low at your head, and you target your previous high. All right. And get your 1 to 3. Very clean setup, very simple, very easy. This is your area of interest across the board, right? This is your this is an that's your decisional. This is your area of interest here. Sorry. So if this is a 4 hour, this would be your decisional, but overall area of interest, multiple touches, 1, 2, 3. Price broke, wait for the engulfing, trend continuation. Okay. Same thing as we're always waiting for. Next one, AUD, USD. Go to our weekly here. Right. Weekly is bearish overall. We had a nice pullback. Actually, I apologize. We are in a bullish trend, right? So we are bullish. I mean, if we're counting higher highs and higher lows, we had a shift here. Boom. So this is your higher high. This is your higher low. Price broke, created a lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay. And I think this is just a doji candle, so I'm not going to count this. So technically we are bearish, right? But it does look like we're recovering very nicely. It's going to have a new high taken. This could be a head and shoulders pattern. So we have to take in consideration this could be a fake out where we priced and fell to the downside. But I do like to see that we did break below or above this higher high, this area of interest right here, this weekly, or above the area of interest across the board. See that? Across the board, we are above this weekly area of interest. So I am looking for the buys. Daily is bullish, right? Looking for a pullback. We have a left head, right shoulder. This is a beautiful right head, right shoulder, right? Left head, right shoulder, left break, lower low, boom, BOS, shift to the upside, pullback, right shoulder, right, BOS. This is our two leg right here. We're literally just waiting for that 4 hour pullback to create a higher low. This is our higher low, right? So again, waiting for that 4 hour to create that higher low. We'll go down to the 1 hour. Feel some of this imbalance that's left behind, right? All that imbalance needs to be swept, targeted, liquidated. And then we wait for our engulfing left head, right? Bullish engulfing candle. You can enter here. Wait for the pullback. So don't enter on the wait for that pullback, right? Right shoulder. My apologies. Enter on that right shoulder. Boom. Push. Okay. Bullish engulfing. You can enter here or wait for that two leg, the pullback, enter here. 1, 2, 3 entries, right? There's three possibilities. Once again, 4 hour, left head, right shoulder, BOS, or shift to structure, inducement, higher high, right? Right shoulder, shift to structure, or BOS, inducement, price induced, created a new high in the market, waiting for a higher low price to pull back. Go down your 1 hour, right? Price is coming back, filling the imbalance, grabbing the liquidity, grabbing the targets, everything that is needed to have the next bullish push. Okay. Then we're going to have a lower time frame on the 1 hour, 15 minute, preferably wait for that 1 hour to go bullish, right? Because this is going to make it go bearish. So 1 hour is going to go bearish on this pullback. So what do we need to see? Pullback is initiating, right? We need to see a push, a new lower low created, a BOS with an engulfing candle, right? Boom, boom, inducement, right? Left head, break, bullish engulfing, retest, right shoulder, right? There's your entry. You want to play it safe, wait for the push, boom. Higher high created, another bullish engulfing. You can enter on that or wait for the two leg. Safety first, two leg protocol. Boom. Okay. There's your left head, right shoulder. This is your neckline, right? Boom. Stops below previous low and chase your 1 to 3. It's very easy, very simple. All right. Once again, let's clean this up. Let's go back to the 4 hour, break it down one more time, show you, start on the weekly. All right. Weekly here. Okay. We broke above our weekly area of interest. Across the board, we are bullish. We have a bullish push. Yes, this could be a left head, right shoulder. We failed to create a new low. Overall, we are still in a bullish trend. Go back to your daily. Daily is bullish, right? Daily continuation. Daily is bullish. We broke above our weekly area of interest. Go to your 4 hour. We're creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, okay? Now let's go down to a 4 hour setup. Let's clean this black lines off the screen. Start fresh. What do we have here? We have a left head, right shoulder break, right? Boom, left. Price broke, inducement, BOS, or shift to structure to the upside. Higher high. Price created a right shoulder, which then induced and gave us another higher high. Now we have a one leg break, right? This is your first leg. First leg right there. Break. Second leg right there. We're waiting for the higher low to be created. That's when you go down to your lower time frames. Oh, I got to get rid of all this drawing. That's when you go down to your lower time frames, right? Your full 1 hour is going to go bearish when it comes down here to fill the imbalance, grab the liquidity, grab the targets, everything it needs to do down here to have that next bullish momentum. In that process, we need to see a higher high or lower high, lower low, break, higher high. What are we repeating again? We're repeating the inverted head and shoulders, right? Inducement, BOS, bullish engulfing, boom. Wait for the retest, which then creates our right shoulder, okay? There's your entry if there's a nice and balanced target. You want to play it safe, wait for the two-leg protocol. Okay. Boom. BOS inducement. Okay. You can enter on this BOS here on this bullish engulfing higher high created, or wait for the pullback again, which is back at your neckline. Enter here. Wait, play the trend continuation, right? Stops below previous low. Boom. Just like that. Okay. Very simple, very easy. All right. Next one here is NZD USD, starting on the weekly. All right. Weekly pullback. We're currently bullish on the weekly, waiting for a weekly pullback. Same thing as AUD USD. Look at this setup here. Left head, right shoulder, right? On the daily, though. Left shoulder, break, inducement, high, new high created, pullback, right shoulder. What are we waiting for? The same thing. We're waiting for the daily to pull back. So this could take us a couple days here, right? We want a daily candle. This candle could be here. Next candle could be here, right? When we get down in here, wait for the candle to go here. Go to the 4 hour, wait for price to pull back. And it's the same setup, right? We just need to see the daily is going to stay bullish, right? It just needs to pull back down here, retest this area of interest. Once it's down there, we go to the 4 hour. Remember, the 4 hour is going to have to go bearish in the meantime, okay? That 4 hour is going to go bearish. What are we waiting for? The 4 hour to go back bullish, and then the push to create a new higher high, and then the pullback to retest, right? After that bullish engulfing, you go down, wait for the pullback, right? So this is your 4 hour. Let's delete this here. This is your 4 hour. Price is going to come back down here, right? Which is going to be the daily pullback, right? Once that 4 hour has that daily pullback, we need to see a lower high, lower low, break, higher high, pullback, okay? Which then gives us our left head, right shoulder, which then we go down to our 1 hour. Now we have our 4 hour and daily correlated, right? Our 1 hour now has to have the same thing. We need to see we're on the 4 hour pullback, right? Now we're lower time frame, not the same thing. The 1 hour has to have a bullish engulfing and the pullback. It's the same setup across the board, same time frame, or not same time frame, same setup every time frame. Go down to the 15, wait for the 15 to hit. And I don't really worry about the 1 minute and 5 minute. I like the 1 hour and 30 minute. Sometimes the 15 minutes just as nice too. Okay, but as soon as that 1 hour goes bullish, you have that 1 hour bullish engulfing, or that 15 or 30 minute bullish engulfing, pull the trigger, stop below previous low, and let it go. Trust the setup, trust the strategy. Okay, that's all it is. Same setup every single time across the board. Left head, right shoulder, break, pull back, daily and pull back. This one's gonna take a couple days, and then boom, 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 and then go. Okay. Overall, those are my top pairs for the week. Go to the week watching. I have a couple other pairs that I'm watching overall, but I'm not really too fond of them, so they're under my watching tab. And then I have some second swing pairs as well that I am overall kind of just watching, but not really paying attention to those. These are my pairs for the week. Remember, and then we're watching gold and silver, waiting for silver to have a pullback to then buy. NAS, let's take a quick peek at NAS. Waiting for a sell. We have a left head, right shoulder here. Break. We're waiting for price to create another 4 hour low to then create the sell. Daily is bearish. Let's go here. Let's go to weekly. Weekly is bullish, right? Daily is bearish. 4 hour is bearish. We'll start from the top here. Daily again. It would be nice to see this daily pull back some, but I don't think we're going to see that daily pullback. Wait for that 4 hour. 4 hour is currently bullish. See this? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Price broke, higher high, higher low. Okay. Just waiting for that 4 hour to go bearish, and then I'll sell. 1 hour has a nice bearish engulfing candle. Left head, break, right shoulder. Just waiting for that bearish 4 hour to 4 hour to go bearish. And then I have my 4 hour daily correlated with my 1 hour, and I'll look for my entry to sell to the downside and take out previous lows. We'll see if we can swing a NAS setup, which would be pretty cool. Down to the lower time frame, looking to target previous lows down here. Let's go 4 hour. See, overall, this is what we're looking to target. We could see actually go here. Let's see where our 1 to 3 lines up. Overall, that's all we're trying to get. So if our stops get a little bit tighter, just like that, look to target our 1 to 3. All right. That's what I have for you this week. Once again, I appreciate you showing up. Appreciate you watching the videos, and I will see you in the chat if you need me. Or overall, good luck this week. Make sure to stay patient, follow the strategy, follow the plan, wait for the setup, and execute when you need to be executing. Other than that, stay safe, stay dangerous. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys.